Hello and welcome to this micro degree about change dynamics. My name is Stanley Beckett and I am honored and so grateful to be able to lead you through this micro degree. I'm the author of the books Lift Off, The Secret Keys to Launching New Goals, as well as the books The Wealth Creator Formula and The Change Creator Formula, which this program is based on. I have been studying the ontology, the science of change for more than a decade now, and very fascinated in the science behind it and understanding why some people change and other people find it so difficult to change. So as we delve into this first lesson on change dynamics, I have an important question to ask, and that is, why do so many people struggle with change? The truth is, we live in an ever-changing world where things are changing faster and faster and at a bigger rate than ever before. Yet so many people struggle, it seems, to implement even the smallest changes in their lives. I'm reminded of the famous quote of Jack Welch, who was the famous leader of General Electric, who said, "When the rate of change on the outside is faster than the rate of change on the inside, then the end is near." And that is true for big corporations as well as individuals. So the question is, why do we struggle so much with change? You know, when I ask this question to people, I get many answers. And one of the common answers that I get is that people don't really know how to change. But if we look at that, is that really true? Think about this. We're living with a society and a generation that is unhealthier than any generation that has been before us. And the question is, why are so many people unhealthy? Is it that people don't know how to exercise? Is it that people don't know how to eat properly? Why are so many, statistically, people around the world financially struggling? Is it that people do not understand the basics of financial education? That people do not understand the basics of budgeting? The important lessons of making sure that you earn more than you spend? The truth is that we know what we need to be doing, but so few people are doing what they know they should be doing. This is something that I refer to as the knowing-doing gap. That it's kind of something that starts when we were in school already. The truth is, in school, we're taught so many things and we learn so many things and we gather information to a point where we say, I know a lot of things. But just because you know a lot of things, it does not mean necessarily that you are doing what you know you should be doing. And this gap just seems to get wider and wider and wider as we go into our adult life. So how do we bridge this gap between what we know we should be doing and what we are doing? I often say to people in organizations, you can take anybody in your organization, no matter how good they are performing, and ask them to list 5 things. And I'm going to challenge you as you're watching this as one of your first things. List 5 things that you know just in your work performance that you can either start doing or stop doing that will improve your work performance in any area of your work. And I guarantee you that you will easily be able to write those 5 things. You see, it's not that we don't know what we need to do to improve these areas. It's that we're not doing what we know we should be doing. And my question is, why is this? And how do we cover this gap between what we know we should be doing and what we are currently doing? And that is what really this micro degree is all about. For you to go and identify an area in your life where you know you can be doing better. You know already what you should actually be doing. You know the steps that you should be taking. Yet you find yourself always procrastinating and you can never seem to understand exactly why that is. So that leads us to the very first assignment in this first lesson. Your very first challenge is I am inviting you to go and identify an area in your life that has been frustrating you. An area in your life where you know you can be doing so much better, but something seems to be stopping you. It could be in your finances. Being part of the Genius U community, we've got fantastic advice, we've got fantastic programs, we've got fantastic steps that are given to us to move from one level to the next. But do you perhaps find yourself in this area, knowing what you should be doing, having all the advice, but you're still struggling to take action? It could be in your health. It could be that, like so many of us, you start with a New Year's resolution every year and you promise yourself, this is the year you're going to be healthier. This is the year you're going to be fitter. but you find yourself always procrastinating, always pushing it to next week, to next month, to next year, and you never seem to get going. Maybe it's in your relationships. Maybe you keep promising yourself you're going to treat your family better, your friends better, your wife or your husband better. Maybe it's at work. Maybe you know that you could be performing better, but there always seems to be a reason why you're not doing it. And you can never seem to understand what's preventing you from taking action. So what I invite you to do is on this page, on this first lesson, is firstly go and identify one area in your life that you seem to be procrastinating in or struggling to create change in. Now, I know you might say there's many areas I can choose, but go and choose the one that really is causing you the most pain. The one that you know, if you can just start taking the action that you know you should be taking, that things will start to change in your life. And go and choose that as the area you're going to work on. Then, the next question that's very important is to ask yourself, what has prevented you, in your opinion, what has prevented you from taking action in this area in your life? Why do you feel you're procrastinating in this area in your life? And then finally, the next question is, what do you think you need to do that will help you? What the change do you feel you need to make within yourself that will allow you to start taking action in this area of your life? Go and write these down, and it'll be really interesting as we continue with this micro degree to see if the action steps you believe you need to take now end up being the action steps you believe you need to be taking by the end of this micro degree. So good luck with that, and when you're done, we'll move on to the next lesson.